Hello, everyone, and welcome to another My Music. Now, I've been upstaged already by my guest today's hat, which is tremendous. Yes. It kind of reminds me of when I was, I think I was about 14 at school, and I did Fiddler on the Roof, and I was a Russian Cossack dancer.
Yeah, I get quite a lot of people telling me that I look Russian in this hat. But yeah, once I've got it on, I can't really take it off because I've got hat hair. So
Hat hair. Yes.
yeah, so it comes inside and outside with me.
I love it. My microphone's got a hat a bit like that as well. Look.
Yeah, we're matching. That's why I wore it.
It's basically, yeah,
On my
it's basically a fashion that's just Bea has just started. We'll be back to talk to Bea about her life in music so far after the Dancing Cat.
Keep on, don't stop. Keep on, don't stop. Keep on, don't stop.
Thank you for joining me, Bea. Now,
Oh,
first of all, I've got to say this. I like your music. I do. I like it a lot. Yours is the kind of music that I found myself gravitating towards a lot in the last couple of years. And now this may sound rude, but it's not. But it's the kind of music I listen to when I fall asleep at night.
I don't. That's a huge compliment. I think if it makes you feel safe and grounded, then that's
Yeah, that's exactly why. Right.
yeah.
I have to like preempt what I say there because some people might go, well, what, you think it's boring? No, it's not. It's not because it's boring. Yeah, absolutely. You put it even better than I could say it. Yeah, I do. I feel like, especially at night, I feel like we live such busy lives these days. I sometimes want to listen to music that just takes me somewhere good.
Mm,
Yeah.
yeah, and I think like obviously a lot of it is quite down tempo, quite chill, but it still makes me really happy. Like that kind of the building of it and the journey is quite uplifting in a way. And yeah, I don't know. I wouldn't say it's sad music per se, but I think like falling asleep to it is a great kind of thing to say because it's quite calming and it's nice. Like I
Yeah.
feel like that when I write it, I feel very calm. It's my moment of peace.
Where do you most like to listen to music yourself?
At festivals, live,
Oh, there's something
like
about that. There's something
yeah,
about that.
it's like arriving in a field with your favorite people, and there's just that buzz in the air. Or if you're like just you're having your first drink and getting ready to go out, and you can just hear it in the distance, like that is so exciting. And then running towards your favorite band is the best feeling in the world. So yeah, probably a festival.
It's like communion,
Yeah.
you know? It's
Mhm.
communion with a group of people. It's coming together as a group of people and all uplifting each other in a moment.
Yeah, 100%.
I think we were built for that. I think, however, whatever your religious belief is or isn't or whatever, I think it's one of the reasons why church dominated our history for so long and why people kind of gravitated towards that kind of communal experience is because we need to be in fields with other people, don't we?
Yeah, no, it's so true. There's something very spiritual about it. And yeah, I've been lucky enough to go to festivals for a very long time since I was a kid. So I experienced that at such a young age, and it's been one of those things that's never changed, which is really nice to have, like a constant magical feeling that you can go back to.
Me too. Me too. I think I was very young when went to my first festival.
Really?
Yeah, what was your earliest memory of being at a festival? I know mine. I can remember sitting on top of someone's caravan, which was unusual, right? But everybody else had tents, but one family were rich, obviously, and they had a
Yeah,
caravan.
yeah.
And
We
I
had a
can
family.
Yeah, and I can remember sitting
Mm.
on top of this caravan,
Mm.
and the dad of the family sat on top of the caravan as well, and he was playing his guitar to us. That's what
Wow,
I can remember. That was my earliest memory.
that's so nice. Oh God, I don't know. There's quite a few, but they're kind of all jumbled up. But I remember being in the crowd for Badly Drawn Boy.
Oh,
Drawn Boy.
I've got a badly drawn boy story, you know?
Really? Do you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Tell me yours and I'll tell you mine.
Well,
Go on then.
I was really little, and I was on, I think, my dad's shoulders, or possibly someone else's, and I was screaming, "Come on, Badly John Boy!" And I was like tiny, and my mum had just told me to scream, and yeah, we were waiting for him to come on, and that was it.
Oh my word. Okay, so mine was it was the Euros one year, and
Yeah.
England. People who actually know football, that's not me, will know this. So it was the year that England lost in the, I think it was the quarterfinals to Portugal, and we arrived at a hotel, and Badly Drawn Boy was in the hotel. And he said to us, he said, "Oh, do you know where the football's showing?" And we said, "Yes, we're going to a bar where they're showing it." And we all went together.
Wow.
There you go.
Amazing. Yeah.
That was my moment with Badly Drawn Boy, because he wanted to know where to watch. It was in Bristol. He wanted to know where to watch the football.
Oh, that's great. There was another one. There's more coming to me as I'm thinking. We watched Pete Doherty at Glastonbury,
Wow.
and then our friends got us tickets for Glastonbury this year. I was about 7 or something, and
Wow.
I had a red balloon, and his car came round into the guest area, like, after, when he'd come off stage, because we could run back to the behind the stage. And he drove round, and I ran up to his window with a red balloon, and he put the window down, and I gave him a red balloon.
That's so cool, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we're waiting for him to write a song called Red Balloon.
Or you're waiting for him one day when, like, you're mega famous, for him to come up and hand you a red balloon, almost like handing back the baton.
Yeah. Yeah, that would be sick.
That would be good, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
I love moments like that. Yeah. I've only ever done Glastonbury once.
Really? What
Yeah.
year was it?
I think I think it's 92, and it was the year, so Blur were headlining.
Yeah.
James were on as well. I got to meet a lot of James backstage. It was interesting because I went as a punter and
Yeah.
ended up backstage.
Best. Yeah.
The best way. It's just
Well,
the
you can
best way.
wrangle it, can't you? There's ways.
Well, the story was that I went as a punter, but then the radio station that I was working for at the time, they had someone that was going, but they chickened out. Why would you chicken out? Right? I
Yeah.
know. So they then called me and said, would I mind doing the interviews, and would there get a motorbike to come down with all the kit? And I said, yeah, no, it's fine.
Wow. Wait, you got
So
picked up on a motorbike?
no.
Oh.
I was at the festival. They sent all the kit down from up north on a motorbike to the festival. So I had the kit to do the interviews.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's amazing. Yeah.
I have to apologize to my friends that went with me that year. If you're listening, I'm sorry, because you didn't see anything of me. But but backstage was great. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I got to interview people like Shakespeare's sister and the Saw Doctors. And I got to hang out in the queue for the toilets with Kirsty MacColl.
Wow.
God bless her soul.
Yeah.
What a great woman she was. We had a great conversation. It was a long queue backstage, because even though the pints, even back then, were like 7 or 8 quid, that's a long time ago.
Wow.
It's expensive backstage at Glastonbury. So have you always wanted to make music then? Has this always been your dream?
Yeah, I think, from a very, very young age. Like, I said, like that feeling of seeing bands live was just like it kind of shaped me from being very young. So it's always something I knew I had to be in music, and then I started writing songs when I got to school. Um,
What were
and
they
then
like, those first songs? Any good?
oh, so bad, so bad.
Do you know what? Everyone always says this,
Yeah,
and I just feel that that's really should give hope to any young person watching, right? Quite
100%.
often your first songs are not good,
No.
not good. Can you remember the name of any of them?
Yeah, the first song I wrote was called I think Purple, which after my
Love
favorite
it.
color, purple.
Was it literally like an ode to purple?
Yeah,
Right.
yeah.
Yeah.
So it was really like thought out, as you can imagine. It was really like deep.
Purple, it's a great color.
Like it went purple is my favorite color. So you hit the nail on the head.
So fantastic.
Um,
Oh dear.
yeah. So I was writing songs, not very good ones, but I was doing it, and I had really great music teachers who were super
They make
supportive.
all the difference, don't they? They make
Yeah,
all the difference.
yeah.
What was the most way out thing that any music teacher ever played you?
Ooh, God, I don't know. They were all really cool. So like there was a lot of Beatles, so it's not really way out. One of my music teachers was touring with Razorlight at the time.
Now you see, that's a cool story, isn't it?
Yeah, he was the drummer, I believe, and he was teaching on the side as musicians do. Like
What? The drummer with Razorlight?
maybe I
No,
think so.
your music teacher was not Andy Burrows. No.
I
Come
don't.
on.
I don't know. I don't. But I
Yeah.
think it was like more like maybe sessions or like a
Right. Because
gigs,
that
not
would be
the,
amazing if it was.
yeah. But yeah,
Amazing.
it was really cool. They were all really great and really inspiring. Um,
What sort of instruments did you have to play with in music? Because along with like, there's always the lessons with like the really difficult instruments. I say difficult instruments like recorder,
yeah,
horrible instrument, horrible recorder. Someone out there will like a recorder, so I'm sorry about that. Recorder, and then glockenspiel. They quite often pulled those out, didn't they? And xylophones.
yeah.
Um, but did you have any cool instruments?
I played. We did the recorder lessons. We did that. A lot of people started playing violin, which I just couldn't ever imagine playing. I hated the sound of it, but obviously it's a beautiful instrument. But I just at the time. But I started playing trumpet. I actually started on a cornet, which is
Okay, yeah, my eldest did that.
really.
Yeah, yeah.
And I had teachers with my head teacher who was called Mr. Rainbow. Um,
Oh my word! How
no,
cool is that?
he was a great man, and he taught me the cornet, and it was great. And it was the first time I was like reading music, and I still play a little bit now.
I love that.
Mm.
That's got to make has that ever made it into a song? Because that's got to make it into a song. Like
No,
something to do with Cornet and Mr. Rainbow. It just
yeah,
sounds like a lyric to a song.
yeah. It sounds like a storybook, I think.
It does, doesn't it? Hey, do you know what? So many great, especially female musicians, have written really great storybooks for kids at
Have
one
they?
time. And oh yeah. No, absolutely. I've got one here. Look, hold
Oh,
on. Here's a prop I made earlier.
yeah. So professional.
This is a book by someone that came on here before, which is Anne Buckle,
Okay.
right? And this was a song of hers called Firefly,
So leave it.
and a Brit McDermott got hold of her song Firefly and illustrated it and turned it into a lovely children's book. Isn't that lovely?
Oh, that's
So there you
gorgeous.
go.
Wow.
So there, maybe one day I think maybe if you like, write a song that's got that kind of feel to it, then someone might write a book like that, and you could be both. You could be a children's author and a songstress all at the same time.
Wow, you might have sparked something there.
I think it's a beautiful thing to do.
Yeah.
It's inspire young minds. So that's what got you into it. You had some great music teachers. What was the first song that really made you think, I've got to do this now?
I had a song that I played over and over. It was Valerie by Amy Winehouse, and it was on my sister had a smartphone, which was kind of crazy when we were younger. It was like an LG Touch, it wasn't even an iPhone, and I used to steal it from her and lock myself in the bathroom and listen to this song over and over because she didn't like me having a phone. So I used to steal it, lock myself in the bathroom, and just listen to it and sing along to it. And yeah, that really it was just the first song that I couldn't stop singing.
What was
and
it
then
about that song? What was it?
I don't know. I think I was finding my voice, and I liked how I sounded when I sang it, and it kind of gave me confidence. And I loved watching Amy Winehouse like music videos, and I thought she was just great, and I loved her attitude. I was quite loud when I was little, and I just saw a lot of maybe myself in her, and so yeah, it felt right singing her song. But yeah, it was Amy Winehouse. And then I also loved Stevie Wonder.
Oh,
I'd just sit with my dad and watch videos of him playing live on YouTube for hours and hours and hours.
still to this day, and I hope you agree with me on this,
Yeah.
we shouldn't sing Happy Birthday like in the traditional sense. We should only sing Stevie Wonder's Happy Birthday, I feel, because the original Happy Birthday song's pretty awful.
It's so true. What were we doing?
Yeah. Why do we sing Happy Birthday? It's just an awful song.
So true. It's almost really, it's like quite sad.
It is.
Like, quite like,
Yeah.
I don't
Compared
know.
with Stevie's Happy Birthday to
Yeah.
you. That's great, isn't it? That feels like a birthday, right?
Yeah, we
The
should.
original song sounds like we're going to a dirge,
I know. It's just being the one to start that. You're going to be quite the odd one out.
I feel it's good. It's a good thing to do though when you're at a party. Just go, look, we're going to sing Happy Birthday, but we're going to go Stevie on this. Yeah.
I'm going to try that next time. That's such a good idea.
Let's just go Stevie.
Yeah.
Have all of your songs got a kind of positive element to them? Because it feels like they do.
Yeah. I think writing them is my form of therapy, and like getting out whatever I need to get out into my piano and through my voice. So it's definitely like a relief writing these songs. So I think that comes through on most of them. Just like, yeah, I guess, yeah, I think it's like a sigh of relief almost, like some of them. So
Have you heard that from people that have listened to them? Have you heard like they get almost like a cathartic experience from listening to it? Like, I can deal with that now.
yeah, I've had loads of lovely messages about, especially like young girls connecting to them and saying that the songs have helped them, which is crazy.
It's tremendous, isn't it?
Yeah, it's so nice to hear, and like, yeah, just going out their way to message me about it is just so nice and makes me want to write forever, which I will do anyway. But yeah, yeah, I think they're uplifting.
Do you now? I'm not being rude with this, but do you think you're getting better and better? I mean, do you think like every time you write a song,
Yeah.
do you think I'm just this is good and it's better than the last, but I'm not at my peak yet?
Yeah, for sure. There's so much that I want to create, and I think a lot of people have this feeling. It's just like,
You'll know
um,
when you know when you know, right?
yeah, yeah, and it's it's great because I can write forever, and there's never an end to it. And so it's like I've always got that to fall back on, and it's just never ever going to end. But yeah, there's definitely more that I need to let out, and like in a specific way. I think I'm still finding my my way with it, and my sound. I think it's getting clearer and clearer every time I write an EP or work on a project.
I actually sense it in listening to your stuff. I can sense like you're getting there. Do you know what I
Yeah.
mean? That's
Yeah.
great. And I feel like people love that journey as well. I feel like people love an artist that feels like they're developing and not only finding themselves, but actually getting a real sense of their identity and their sound as they develop. What's been the most happy thing that you've discovered so far when you've been developing?
I guess like just kind of a constant, like this year I've just really settled with the fact that I'm writing for myself, and nothing exterior can kind of affect that in a way. So I've I've really like
You managed to close off yourself and put yourself in a box so that it's like you can
yeah,
focus in.
yeah, and
Yeah.
obviously life gets in the way, but in general I feel a lot more confident within myself and my music, and it doesn't feel like anything can disrupt that anymore. And I don't.
That's a really good place to be because it's hard these days, isn't it? It's hard, especially with like social media and all of this and
Yeah,
people kind of watching like voyeurs out there in the ocean of the world. Yeah, but it's difficult because it's so easy to slip into, I'm going to write this for me. No, I'm not. I'm going to write a little bit that's for
right.
people out there so that, because they might like that.
Yeah. But you've got to just stay true to yourself. Also, I think at the beginning I was so excited, and I used to do one session on a song and then like show the whole world, as in like all my friends and all my family, and then get really hurt by like if the reaction wasn't a certain way. And of course it isn't going to be, like everyone has their own biases and their own tastes, even the ones closest to you, you know. It's like you can't expect that from them, and I think keeping it really like personal.
I think actually having those people around you that don't necessarily gush about everything as well,
Yeah,
I think that really helps because I think it's what pushes you as well. You know,
exactly. Yeah, and I've got a thicker skin now than when I was, what, 18, 19.
what's next? What's on the manifestation board for you?
Um, well, I'm playing 93 East venue in Hackney on Thursday, and
Down the acne,
um,
lovely.
and then I'm releasing a song on that day as well, which will be fun. Um, and then hopefully just loads more gigs. I feel like this is really my year to gig. I was writing a lot last year, and the album is like the whole thing's going to be out in a month or so. So I'm really looking forward to just like showing people the whole thing, and really like letting go on stage and finding my place on stage and gaining that like confidence to really perform.
Well, people don't realise that that's a development thing as well, isn't it? It's not everybody just naturally goes to the stage and goes, hey, look at me.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah, yeah.
yeah.
100%.
Which bit of that world do you find the most difficult at the moment? Is it
Um,
is it the talking in between the songs? Is it the knowing which song to put after which? Or
I think once I'm on stage, it's like you're in a different mode. I think probably the bit before is just
terrifying?
yeah. I get scared, and you have to be careful because or my throat can like close up if
It's
you get really
weird, but it does happen,
yeah.
folks.
Yeah.
it's very easy for you to get really tight around here because you're nervous and whatever, and then you've got to go on and it's almost like you want the first song to be a whisper.
Yeah. Yeah, I know. You've got to like
Yeah.
be techie about what you're playing first. But yeah, I
Yeah.
think before I've learned to like I've started doing a 5-minute meditation just
Oh,
before I
nice.
go on, just to get my breathing okay. And then once I'm there, I've got like a couple friends smiling at me. It's normally good. Sometimes the nerves hit you on stage, but there's always going to be those performances, and I think you just got to go with it.
Do you have a favourite first song to come out with?
It used to be "Go Slow," which is one of my older songs because it has quite a long piano intro. So
Gives you a chance to warm up.
you're like, that's my breath. Um, yeah. So yeah, I still like doing that one. I've actually changed now. I do "Born to Fly" first, which is actually the opposite and comes straight in with the vocal. So yeah, maybe I'm getting more confident.
Cool. No, I
Yeah.
like that. Do you
Mm.
know the weirdest thing that we ever started with
What?
back in the day? So I don't know why, but we had this song that it came kind of straight in with like really big guitar, drums, bass, everything, and the vocals like straight boom on. And because it was quite a big song, when we were playing little pubs, we thought it was, for some reason, you always ended up in the corner of the room for some
I
reason.
know. Yeah.
You always end up in this corner, and quite often it was next to the bogs, right? So, so we started doing this thing where I would be off stage in the toilets, and they like build up, and then
Right.
as it all came, I flushed the toilet with the microphone down it, so
Oh,
you hear this kind of, and then I'd come out joining into that.
that's hilarious. So you'd flush the toilet on the mic and then sing into the mic.
Well, obviously not
I'm joking.
near enough for it to actually, because that would be, don't do that at home, kids, because
Rock and roll. I wrote it. I think it's very cool.
it was definitely rock and roll. I just think we were trying to find ways of like doing something different with the audience,
Yeah, that's wicked. I love the theatre of things like that, and I'm trying to. That's exactly what I need to kind of work on this year. I think it's so fun. So fun. I want to give a good performance.
You got some really good songs though, maybe sometimes the theatre can just come from the passion. Yeah.
Yeah.
Some of your favorite artists, those that have just like, I mean, who are your favorite artists? Are some of them just those that are like absolutely bring the passion?
Yeah, for sure. Like it's all like stems from old soul. I love Al Green and Donny Hathaway and Aretha. Um, and I guess they're all huge performers. Um, that's where I got all of my information about singing um and playing piano, like Nina Simone. Just watching them play live was almost like spiritual. I just was so in it.
Yeah. You see, and what's wonderful though is that you've got the spirit of that, but you don't sound like that.
Mm.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah.
Your sound is very now. 100%. The production and the sound of what you're doing is very, very now. Probably couldn't have been made then.
Yeah,
in a lot of ways, but I can hear that, especially like Nina Simone. I can hear that kind of, I suppose, kind of urgency
Mm.
in there,
Yeah.
or realness, real hurt.
Mm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel sorry for you now because I mean you've obviously been through some stuff in order to actually feel this stuff in order to write about it, which is never never kind of easy, is it?
Yeah, I think everyone has. It's just how you get it out, and I think that's the best way to do it for me.
Music is the best way to get it out, though, isn't it?
100%.
It really is.
Yeah.
Do you feel like we need music more than ever in this world at the moment?
Yeah, definitely. Definitely.
Which is mad though, considering like governments and whatever. I don't want to get political on your soul for a minute, but considering like everybody's like that owns the money,
Mm,
the man as it were,
mm.
doesn't necessarily appreciate music. I think it's a big mistake. I think it's a
Yeah,
big,
but I think
you know.
that's where the best music comes from, and like um, club culture's like it's all kind of doing a full circle now. There's lots of great underground club scenes and venues that I'm hearing about and that are opening up, and I think people are feeling the need to rebel because they're not getting what they want from the government. And they're not getting what they want, like
Yeah.
from fucking society at the moment. So it's sorry.
I think artists are rebelling as well, though. I think it's quite cool. I think I'm seeing a movement of like artists that are like just almost going. I'm just going to make whatever music because this needs to happen at this time. There's the group that's just been, or the project that's just been created by Aora and the guy from Chemical Brothers. Have you heard
Yeah.
that? It's
Did you
mad.
say Aurora?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. It's great.
It
Crazy.
is great. It's absolutely crazy.
Yeah.
But I feel it's quite. It's come out of sort of nowhere, and it's kind of a little bit kind of. We just need to do this.
Yeah, there's definitely that coming through at the moment. There's obviously quite an influx of just loads and loads of pop music through like social media. Everyone's getting their stuff out. So I think the flip side to that is people are like, what's going on there? And they're just releasing their like crazy abstract stuff, which I love and think is great.
Cool.
There's a great festival I've been to with my family called Airwaves in Iceland, and
Nice.
it's really amazing. And the musicians in Iceland are just incredible and so in their own lane. Like every single one of them was just doing something completely different. I don't know whether it's like a cultural thing, but yeah, really like
Well, I kind of grew up, for example, I grew up with, the Sugar Cubes and Björk and sort of the punk band that she was in before the Sugar Cubes. I mean, actually, when you see that whole movement that came through Iceland, it was mad. It's absolutely mental, but it's lovely.
Yeah.
You're right. There's almost like in a kind of pop culture type of way, it almost feels like folk music, if that makes sense. It kind of feels like it's got this kind of heritage to it.
Yeah.
Even though it's contemporary, and it was, but there's something about it couldn't have come out of any other place. It had to come out of there, and it had to come out of that kind of art culture and everything else. And I feel like there's kind of a move back to that at the moment. If I could put you in the studio, here's a good question to kind of finish with. If I could put you in the studio with one other person, who would that be then?
Oh God.
So you could just go crazy.
Well, now you've said Bjork, I would love to go in the studio with Bjork. That would be like
be mental, wouldn't it?
it would
great.
be perfectly mental. It would be so good.
Yeah.
Yeah, so Bjork. I can't get her out of my head now. Just with all her synths and her energy, I think we'd have the best time.
I think she'd sit there and she'd probably have like a little laptop or drum machine, whatever, and she'd just like start looping some really weird thing, like, and it would be like all sorts of industrial and then quiet and then beautiful and then, I mean, there's no escape, is there? It's just like other world. It's like landscaping other worlds. And then you
Yeah.
could just do your beautiful voices on the top of it. It'd be marvelous. Oh my word. Let's make that happen. Björk,
I
are
would
you watching? Come
love
on.
that to happen. Come on, Björk.
Oh,
I'm seeing the sun setting as we get the track right, and she's just like vibing out, and I'm singing some harmonies, and the sun is just I don't know what studio we're in, but it's gonna have to be an expensive one because it's gonna have to have one like a huge window.
what I need you to do straight after this interview is go and watch her really early TV appearance where she starts talking about the inside of a TV set. I don't know whether you've ever seen that. Yeah, it's so cute, isn't it?
So good.
I was really scared of all of this, and then I met a scientist, and he said this, and I'm not scared now. She's great.
Oh,
She's absolutely great, and you're great as well, Bea. Thanks for this today.
no worries. Thank you for having me. First podcast.
You've survived. You've done it. You can go on to bigger and better things now. We are going to put some music of yours, especially for those people that are listening on the Spotify. We're going to put some music of yours just there, where my thumb is now.
Perfect.
All right, so that they can literally they don't have to move. You see, because that's the modern culture way of things. You know, you're doing this with your thumb. You're listening to something. You just go, I don't want to move. I don't want to go anywhere else. I'll just move my thumb and then do that. Right. So what am I putting in there first? What is the first track of yours that you want people to hear?
Maybe play them Lost. Give them
Lost.
Yeah.
Okay. There you go, folks. All you got to do, thumb from there to there, press Lost. Add that to a playlist. That's quite easy now because you're now on Lost, and now you just press that plus and then it's in your playlist, and it's so there. And Bea will know because she'll suddenly see dum, 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 Lost in a lot of playlists, which will be marvelous. It won't be lost anymore. It will be found in lots of playlists all over the place. That would be great. Thank you so much for coming along with your music, and your Russian hat today to join in the celebration. Thank you for listening, folks. If you're listening and you've liked this, then please do share it with other people. And if you didn't like it, still share it with other people, because frankly, what better thing have you got to do? We will be back soon with more of my music. But until then, from Bea and myself, bye for now.